Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Mavri here with episode 7 of Id Invaded. So, last time we were left off, Momoko was sorry, not Momoko. Who's Momoko? Detective Momoki was apparently being accused of being John Walker, right? Now, obviously, I feel like that is probably bullshit. He's being framed, but by who, though? That is the question. So we do have Narihisago saying that he's going to dive into Momoki's brain, into his well. I guess I can't really say brain. His well, his it well. And then we also have the subject matter of Hondomachi diving into Narihisago's brain, it well, and like a layer within a layer, something like that, some Inception kind of thing. I don't know, but anyways, we definitely are in for some interesting development here. So let's see what's gonna happen. All right, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. And hopefully they don't lose their minds doing this, because they're awfully close to being so. Oh, and then there's also this lady as well, who is missing. Coma incident? Seriously? And nobody thought that was suspicious? Yeah. Hmm. She's actually still in there. Alright. Kind of ironic how really it goes just like Inception, right? I was making this comparison a few episodes ago, how they were, Inception is diving into a subconscious as well in your dreamland, right? You can argue that your dreams are sort of your subconscious. This is the exact same thing. So, we have to go deeper! I think that's the quote. By the way, the reason why I was kind of confused by Hondo Machi's alternate identity is because she's the only one that actually looks close to how she is right now. In case of Narihisago, his avatar was representative of him when he was a bit younger and still on the detective force. He's now since become, I don't know, sort of like a hobo, I guess you could say. Not to mention the other periperator. Kata, I believe his name is. I kind of forgot. This dude. Oh. Huh. Is he gonna get struck by lightning? True. Yep. Definitely isn't. Definitely on a different level. I mean, how can he know if it's possible or not? It's not like he can retain memories going into it. Huh. Isn't this the place where, Oh wait, I think this is Momoki's... Ah. Wow, they actually have 3 cockpits. Calling him out. Oh, he doesn't actually know of his, They've never tried this before? Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. This is getting kind of meta. Hmm. Yeah. Even though his direct deductive skills probably aren't as good, he's smart. This is Momoki's well. Deserted. Is it desertified? Desertified. Define kaeru for.
その女の子も記憶喪失だったのかな。女の子。おいおい。カエルちゃん。カエルくん。
坂井戸と穴井戸覚醒しました。
今のところ何かの不具合は
見当たりません。
Huh. I seem to recall back in Sherlock Holmes, there was, Sherlock did have rivals as well. And then if we go to a more contemporary work such as Case Closed, Detective Conan, we got Henji and Shinji working together as well.
よろしく。わお、クール。考えるべきことがある。僕にもね。カエルちゃんの死の謎についてか。お前も。つまり僕たちはその目的のためにいるんだ。とはいえ、カエルちゃんの遺体に外傷がない。が、おそらく砂の中に水気を探したんだろうな。失神して砂に埋もれている人たちとは違い、カエルちゃんは意識があり運動していたが、体力を消耗し脱水症状が進み、内臓が損傷して死んだってところか。つまり死因には謎がなさそうだが。
But why is she here? We're handcuffed.
腕時計でもしてたのか。それがなくなってる。時計泥棒か。でもそいつを捕まえるのは簡単かもよ。逃げた足跡が埋もれずに残ったんだ。追いかけよう。そいつが何かを知ってるはずだ。いや、移動の前に確認しておこう。なんかお前持ち物はあるか。手ぶらだ。水も食料も持ってない。この暑さで動き回れば俺たちだってあっという間に脱水症状が出て死ぬかもしれない。わお、君だね。指をさすな。
But there, when they say,
カエル君の死体は血を飲んで肉を食ってここで耐えるためにあるのか。何言ってんだバカ。血なんか飲んでもナトリウム濃度が高くて結局それを処理するのに喉がなお乾くぞ。
I thought it was programmed in them that they're not going to care about their own well-being.
本当に名探偵か。うん、それだけは間違いない。ともかく水分の蒸発をできるだけ。どうやって？上着を脱げ。ああ、そりゃそうだよね。こんな厚着して。違う。直射日光から体を守るのに上着は必要だ。じゃあどうして？小便で濡らすんだ。小便がもったいなくないかな。もったいない？唯一の水分補給源じゃない？小便なんて飲んだらそれでまた水分を余計に消費する。この水分は体内に戻らないし、どうせ出すなら今だ。で、この服どうするの？
Wear it.
これで体表からの水分蒸発が少し防げる。上着は帽子代わりに頭に巻け。臭い。
This is funny.
別のことを考えなきゃいけないんだからな。だね。じゃあ時計泥棒を捕まえようか。待て。カエルちゃんの観察を十分に行ってからだ。この子も俺たちの足跡もすぐに砂に埋もれてしまうし、ここを離れたら二度と戻れないだろう。なら時計泥棒の足跡はもっと早く埋もれちゃうよね。別行動にしようか。闇雲に動かない方がいい。俺たちの状況が全くわからない上に、ここにいたやつに追いつけないかもしれない。途中で足跡が消えているかもしれないし、追いつくまでに俺たちの体力が途切れるかもしれない。かもしれないかもしれない。4回か。3回だろ。そう願うだろう。ところが最初に君が言ったのさ。この暑さで動き回れば 俺たちだってあっという間に脱水症状が出て死ぬかもしれないって。
ああ、しかし本当のことだ。俺は足跡を追うなと言ってるんじゃない。推理を優先しようと言ってるんだ。
推理ったって、カエル君の死因に不審さはない。でもここから逃げた泥棒の足跡があるんでしょ。追うしかないよね。
まあ待て。
名探偵が2人いる理由も手分けしろってことじゃないか。そうさ、僕は行くよ。君も十分に観察し終えたら僕の足跡を追ってくればいい。風で消えないうちにね。
何をそわそわと。すべての名探偵があんな風に変だと思わないでくれよ、カエルちゃん。
今のところ虫一匹確認できません。
植物も一切生えてない。けど一つだけ、太陽が真南のてっぺんから全く動きません。時間が止まってますね。
しかし少なくとも今回アナイドは長生きしています。
せめて足跡の主にたどり着けるといいな。
I highly doubt.
スカイドが移動します。
If he actually made any deductions there, wouldn't he normally just directly say it out loud?
いや、やっと来たね。
大丈夫か？
元気だよ。
足がふらついてる。体力の使いすぎだ。
この砂漠に出口ってあると思うかい？
ないだろうな。
即答だね。どうしてそう思う？
太陽が動いてない。ここは普通の場所じゃない。
ああ、どういうわけだかね。地球の公転速度が急に上がったのか、自転速度が急に下がったのか。
そういう問題じゃないだろうな。ここはなんていうか砂漠の世界って感じだ。砂漠しかないような気がする。まあ砂漠の外に別の世界があっても俺たちには到底到達できないだろうが。
つまりこの世界を構成するのは大量の砂とカエル君の死体と彼女の死の謎を握ってるかもしれない時計泥棒、そして僕たち名探偵ってわけ。
I wonder if they're going to suspect each other.
事件を解き終わったらこの世界の存在意義がなくなりそうだね。
あいつもな。
足元が怪しいのはどっちかな。
やかましい。砂が崩れたんだ。
Oh, quicksand?
勇者だよ。慌てないで。ジタバタしちゃダメだ。慌てて暴れるとなおのこと飲み込まれてしまうんだ。砂漠のサバイバルに精通してるかと思ってたのに、詳しかったのは小便と血液のことだけだったの？
うるせえよ。
どんな地獄もそうだよ。地獄から抜け出したいってもがくからより深みにはまる。
ごたくはいい。
大事な話だよ。自分というものを地獄が完全に飲み込むには時間がかかるし、時間がかかってるうちにゆっくりと這い出せばいい。
Really? Huh. Really? I wasn't aware of that.
なるほど。あれも名探偵だってことか。
聞こえたぞ。そう言っただろう。でもさ、正直言うと僕も実は流砂からの脱出方法を具体的に知ってたわけじゃない。地獄に関する一般論を応用してみただけだよ。うまくいっている。
おかしなやつだ。
黙秘を続けるつもりか？お前も警官だったなら捜査に協力しろよ。こうなったらさ。
まあいい。あんたらの仲間がひょっとしたら何か解決の手がかりを掴んでくれるかもしれないからな。
自分の率いてた仲間が自分を追い詰めようとしてる気分はどうや？
井戸に入って
した方がいい気がする。
まあ焦るなよ。
本気だよ。
いや、焦る必要はなくなったんだ。見ろ。
Well, there's actually ending.
風で埋もれたとかじゃないね、これ。
違うさ。
They're working in walking in circles.
やらかしてるね。
こんなところまで逃げてリュウさんにはまるとはな。不運なやつだぜ。
とりあえず時計泥棒の顔を拝もうか。
ああ、
二人でたどり着けたね。
いいから早く掘り出せよ。
リュウさよりむごい死に方してるな。
顔の復元シミュレーション。
ねえ、あれ。
Oh,
こんなところに。
huh. Okay, so they're going one step deeper. He's gonna go find Ondomachi,
あいつは俺たちをここに導いた砂の足。
and then this guy's gonna eject him.
逃げるだなんて変だもんね。
今さらそこに気づいたのかよ。時計泥棒なんて適当な呼び名だと思っていたぜ。まあいい。ともかくこの機会は俺たちを待ってたんだ。
見て、これ。
Kiki Yasukai.
アスカイキキ。
誰だかわからないし、これが何だかわからないが、
So they are gonna enter.
とりあえず投入とやらをされてみるか。10分経ったら排出してくれ。
How does he know 10 minutes?
僕らがそれまで生きてたらね。
謎があれば解いてくる。
そうだね。頑張って、名探偵。
ああ、
脱出しなくていいですね。東郷室長。
どうせ一時しのぎ、室長補佐のままでいい。ええ、このまま坂井戸を行かせて。確かに水花目が誘い込んでいるようにも見えるし、そもそもこの事態に備えて名探偵を2人派遣してるんだから、もし井戸の中にさらにもう一つ井戸があるなら。
So they've already lost contact with Hondomachi.
あと、アスカイキキってのが誰なのか、どうにか調べてきてくれないかな。
なんだか無茶をやってる気がするが、行くよ。
大丈夫。正しいさ。名探偵だからわかる。俺たちは何もかもについて全て正しくて、これはここでこうしてこうなるように揃っていたのだ。
井戸から出せ。全部罠だ。
Oh, a trap? But why would he know that? Well, I guess we can discuss that after this. Okay, so this is an episode where I guess the entertainment value was greater than what actually was told us in terms of the main story. In particular, why exactly is Momoki so adamant in that it's a trap and whatnot? You know, with everything that's happened so far, I kind of feel that Momoki, even though he might not be John Walker, he definitely knows a bit more than he's letting on, right? In fact, one of the smoking guns, I guess you could say, you know, regardless of all the other stuff such as the clothes, the body, or whatnot, I think one of the more important things is that they actually detected cognition particles there, right? So that has to do with someone, don't really know who, but at the end of the day, it still means that Momoki probably showed intent to kill against someone there. Now, who exactly is it? Did he actually kill that specific person? Don't really know, but there definitely is some more to the story that he's not completely clean. Let's put it that way. He is hiding some stuff. And probably a lot of it has to do with Asukai Kiki, although again, don't really know who she is as of this moment, right? I also wonder like how he was able to so quickly surmise that it was a trap by them diving into his well there. Um, yeah, because unless he was so convinced that he didn't do anything, and so I don't know. But the whole thing is very strange, right? And in fact, even the chief, I'm a little bit. I mentioned last episode I was a little bit suspicious of him, but now he again seems mightily suspicious, right? Like, how would he have inferred that there would be another cockpit within Momoki's subconscious that was also going to be linked to Asukai Kiki? Right? That seemed like again a pretty far leap of logic, of all things to make, unless he believes that both of them have been compromised in some way by the unknown John Walker or something like that. But I don't know, it just seems to me like quite a leap of faith to do that kind of deduction and reasoning. But I guess there's no harm in trying. And speaking of which, why exactly there are cockpits in each of their subconscious? I was actually wondering if that might be some kind of backdoor that John Walker is using in order to get into their subconscious, right? So even though it seems that you can only dive one way, could it possibly be that that can also work as a sort of door, a backdoor to access these people's subconscious, and so on and so forth? Don't really know. And in fact, it's even more interesting to me how exactly a cockpit would work with already within a subconscious, right? So would it be the case where in Narihisago here with his Sakaido persona, once he gets into the cockpit within Momoki's brain, within Momoki's subconscious, is he actually going to reawaken in another world and completely lose his memories again? Don't forget that the reason why they have this persona here is because they were pre-programmed that by the machine, right? So once they go into the well, they have this persona. But what if you do it again? Does that mean that the configurations change? You are actually completely someone else? But at the very least, you probably wouldn't remember who you are, and you're gonna have to start all over again, right? So yeah, those are interesting things. But I do think that probably next episode we're gonna see Hondomachi and Narihisago working together, and so on and so forth. And probably I find it kind of funny or ironic in a certain way how good Narihisago is actually bonding with the other guy Fukuda, right? It's gonna be kind of maybe a little bit awkward once they get out because they don't preserve their memories when they go in, but when they come out, everything that happened within, I think they actually do preserve. So that is an interesting thing to think about. They seem to be actually bonding there, and well, that is something I guess again to look forward to. I never thought that Fukuda, even though I said in first episodes he's probably gonna have more story related to him, I definitely didn't think that they were actually going to throw him into almost like part of the main character cast, if you will, in a sort of way. So that was fun. What else? Is there anything to talk about? Yeah, I think that's basic. Oh, I guess one thing I can note on is the sort of differences between Fukuda and Narihisago, particularly the personas within Momoki's well, right? So I would say that Narihisago is probably more in line with what we traditionally associate with detectives, right? Logic, deductive reasoning, so on and so forth, trying to find different clues, make observations, and eventually arrive at an answer. Whereas Fukuda and his persona within here, and indeed even in the real world, he seems a bit more occupied with the metaphysics of things, right? The philosophy of things. He can make these more philosophical observations and question this type of thing, but his brand of smart is more how can I put it? It's more, yeah, it's just more philosophical, right? It's not meant to solve any specific problem. It's just trying to ask a lot of questions and get to the, I don't know, meaning of life, something of that sort, right? So it's, even though he's smart and he uses some of the similar concepts, it's different from the pure logic and deductive reasoning that is more object oriented, that is more, I guess, pragmatic, if you will. And that is the difference between them. So they each have their own little quirks as well. But hey, I guess, I mean, together they make a decent team, right? And also a pretty funny team at that. So hopefully this is going to also continue on for at least a few more episodes or a few more times. So there we go. That was It Invaded, episode 7. Sorry, don't really have that much else to add to this because half of this episode was really watching Narihisago and Fukuda basically banter a little bit, right? Yeah, all things are sorted in the end. So I will see you guys next week and see how the story turns out. So until next time, bye bye.